on my head, but a good bit of them. Yeah, I might do HTC. Oh dang, we got Falco Peach coming in hot. THC throwdown. Which one would I rather watch? I should really just pick what I want. Alright, how about this? I'm gonna try the Oh, it's on YouTube? Really? Ah. Cool. Yes, I only watched 3 minutes of Wobbles vs. West Balls. But I talked about important things for Falco. Okay, I can watch that later. Oh, why is it unlisted? What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna try HTC, and if I want to vomit upon watching it, I will cease watching it and switch to Falco Peach. I think that is a reasonable thing to think. I'm only gonna do one game though, realistically. So which game should I do? Why is Druggedfox Mango unlisted? Good question, Crush. Good question. Why is me vs Mango unlisted? And me vs Cactar. Fucking random scrubs can't see me bodying people now. So, there's the game 1, which I believe I win? Do I win? Yeah, I win this, but it's probably the sloppiest because it's game 1, and game 1, everyone's not ready to play each other. Tends to be the sloppiest game. Game 2, he bodies my Marth when I drop a bunch of shit. Game 3 is when he starts pulling away with the set, and then I take him back to Yoshi's, and then I win the next 2 games on Yoshi's and Stadium. Stadium has the game 5 hype, obviously. Crush or Dave, since you guys were the one who suggested this set, which game do you prefer? I think game 5 is reasonable, but I think game 4 might be the best game of the set, but I could be wrong. I don't know. They didn't want to upload it, and they told me not to upload it. So yeah, you can watch my analysis though. Up to me. Yeah. Okay. I will watch game 4 then. I'm gonna have a hunch that game 4 is the best game of the set. Game 5 was like he was wrecking me, and then I wrecked him. And those sets are always weird because it's like, oh, well, none of this mattered because I gimped you or I got a tech chase. Game 4, I was losing and then brought it back, so those sorts of games tend to be good. Game 3 might also be okay. I'm just guessing which games I think are good. I've actually not seen this set in its entirety, I believe. I've only seen bits and pieces. Actually, I might have seen it forever ago. I forget. Okay. Probably because there's no overlay on it and the audio's messed up and they care about production quality. That's my guess. Alternatively, we can say it's a conspiracy, which is acceptable. I still think me versus Mango being unlisted. Actually, we could just watch my Marth versus Mango. I'm down for that. I like that game. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, so immediately, I get off the platform. I zone with back air. He doesn't run in. And then he's like, oh, well, what's Sheik gonna do now? You whipped your back air. Running shines me. Immediately, good awareness from Sfat. But even better awareness for me, in my opinion. So I dash away, and I might have been able to grab, but I don't know. But what I do is I realize he's gonna running shine me, probably. And what I do is I jump so that when the shine hits, I avoid him. I should have grab punished this, but I was slow. So this was great awareness for me to have good defense with Sheik. Good approach from him, honestly. But one of the weaknesses of shine is it's not great if you jump into it. So great from that. I should have grabbed here. I almost definitely messed up. And I should have gone for edge, but whatever. So I like that jump for me. Goes for falling up air, shield drop there. I go for grab. I didn't dash. I don't know if I missed it or not. Probably should have dashed. I I hate those lasers from Sfat. This is one of the reasons I don't like Sfat's Fox, even though he's pretty smart. So these first lasers were fine, but these second lasers were like, dog, is this 4% you're about to get worth the risk of getting 0 to death off a grab? It's just like look how close we are when he commits to that. I really dislike these lasers. They work a lot versus me because I tend to play on the safe side, but I just don't think they're good. It makes me mad when Fox players do this laser. Yeah, I don't know. This just makes me really mad. But I back off. Dang it, I've gotten a bunch of follows this stream. Cool. But yeah, anyway, so I don't punish him though, because I up tilt, which is pretty safe though. So I do a pretty safe thing by up tilting here, because if he runs at me, it'll hit him. I'm at slight disadvantage, so I just rolled away. This is a sick Sheik thing right here. So I dash dance, and then I turn around and I jump. And if he runs at me, he puts himself in perfect position for fair. If he stays right here, he gets in perfect position for bear. And if he gets a little uncomfortably close, I have the option to double jump and wave land. So I do this, and I get the fair. And then I could have gone for fair grab, honestly. But I didn't know I was going to fair him out of the air, because what could have happened is he was still in his grounded shine. Yeah, this fucking jump over Fox approach is one of the 6 things Sheik can do, in my opinion. But he could have been... So I could have just gone for the grab, and it probably would have worked because he jumped out of his shine. But I couldn't be sure, and I played it safe again. I always play it safe with Sheik, even though maybe I shouldn't always. I'm not sure. If I had faired him out of his shine, he could have crouch canceled or ACI down and punished me. So I just back off again. I shouldn't have F-tilted there. I finally was like, you know what, fuck you. You're just being a wiener. You're going to laser. But I should have really... I thought I would get there earlier than I did. So I thought the F-tilt would just hit him. But I was slow on the decision to do it. So watch this. I fucking bared too far away and I misjudged it. I should have just wave dash grabbed him or boost grabbed him. Because at this point, I think right here, I've already seen him going for lasers before I chose to wave dash. So I could have just grabbed him on reaction, really. But I go for the F tilt. This is a cool animation. You can see our foot like all in his shield. I don't think either I don't think you should think about style, really. I mean, you should missile when it's free and it allows you to set up approaches. That's good regardless. Like, the people who don't missile are not good. I don't know, just watch Plup. Everything Plup does is good. First time. I wasn't expecting him to shoot a second short hop double laser, though. Like, I don't really think that way when I play. Like, I just look at the situation. I mean, that could work for a lot of people, don't get me wrong. But in this situation, I just thought I would get there in time. But I was obviously slow. But I would never just, like, take a risk like that as a player. Just as you see, like, I'm always going for the safe thing instead of committing. So when I do commit like that, I generally think it's because I have enough time to do it. Again, I do this bear zoning thing right here, but this time I space it slightly farther away so I have more time. And I go for the pivot grab on the run-in. He runs up shields, which just leaves himself totally vulnerable. And I try to pivot grab it, but again, I misspace it, which sucks. Shine nares me out of my jump. That was good. Moving forward is pretty safe, and you can see that here. So I'm like moving around, and I'm just gonna move through you. And then I see there he could have back aired, but instead of over committing, I wait for the double jump, which was good again. But I didn't set up my movement soon enough, so I what's it called? Didn't set up that movement soon enough, so I could have dash attack punished if I was faster or grab punished. Tried to short hop bear. I was hoping that because I was here, I wouldn't land on the platform, but I guess that's not true, so I got the F smash and he back air punishes. Will the Sheik metagame plateau? It won't plateau, it just won't grow in the direction I would have taken it. That was a good back air edge guard. Not much I can do about that. Again, he just runs up and shields for like no reason really. It's like really risky. And then I just dash attack and moving out of shield. I messed up my wave dash almost definitely. This time I dash attack him out of his laser because I see him full hop and I see him falling. I didn't see the laser yet, but I just was like, okay, he full hopped, I'm going to dash attack him out of it. Reacted slow on this. I believe I could have faired or up aired this if I was really fast. Instead, I go for the shield drop bait that I always do, which is just wave landing on the platform. And then once you've wave landed there, you drop through fair. I didn't get a clean wave land though, so the fair wasn't fast enough to punish the shield drop. So Sfat chooses to run forward here, which is pretty good versus this Sheik short hop situation, because you just get right under her. I drift all the way back though, and then try to down smash him, which is an interesting idea. I get punished on shield though. Get wave shine up smashed again. So I thought this nair was gonna come out in time, but I think he might have gotten a true crouch, not just the ASDI down. It was a good punish with a double back air. I liked it. Ledge dash nair him out of his bear. You can't really bear zone versus Sheik at the edge if she ledge dashes correctly. You just get nared for it. Fair him out of his ledge dash. Oh, I was slow. I sort of like this edge guard. So I jump up and then I threaten this bear if I need to, and then I just grab the edge again and up air from below to catch like hopefully the sweet spot and the horizontal. I use L trigger for shielding. L trigger for shielding. The shield drop bait is cool. It pretty much works on every single player in the world that frequently shield drops. I've always had it work if I'm fast enough. So I try to waveland grab, but I get the light shield. As you can see, the light shield happens if you press Z while you're in landing lag. But then he spot dodged, so I just reacted and grabbed him again. I just land and then tech chase afterwards. That's a pretty good way to approach that situation. So you just land, and if he teched in place, I could have double jump faired him on reaction. Otherwise, I just fastball and land, and then yeah, hit his tech. That was really good by Sfat. He like waited me out for going to the top platform and then reacted to, well, I don't know if he reacted or guessed, but either way, it was a good call that I could have gone there. Full hop back safely to the edge. I like being on the edge when I have full needle set with Sheik, because ledge hop needles is, you definitely have to respect that. But I get sort of greedy and go for this grab, which is like, it's not a bad idea, but he does have the double jump option. So I guess it's sort of a mix-up. I went for the grab, and if I waited for the double jump, I could have just full jumped and grabbed him or something. Yeah, top melee players do stream, dude. It's cool. Why do people drop Falco? Just coincidence. Like, PB didn't really drop Falco, he just sort of dropped melee temporarily. Mango's always been wishy-washy about Falco Fox, so that hasn't changed. And then those are the only two people that have dropped Falco, really. Or quote-unquote dropped. You could say I dropped Falco, but I mean, I also dropped Sheik, right? So I'm sort of an anomaly. So it's like, all of those things sort of combine together to make it seem like everyone's dropping Falco, but really no one's dropping Falco. It's just Mango is doing his normal thing where he switches a lot. Okay, so I actually try to, so I roll away, right? And then I wave dash back. And he run up jabs, I guess reading a wave dash back actually, which is cool. But at the end of the day, run up jab is not very good because you can just crouch cancel it. So I get a tech chase out of this. I meant to turn around grab here for sure. So what I do here is you can see me turn early, and then I always turn back around because by turning around, it becomes obvious which side they're on. So the turnaround sort of gives it away, but then I mess up the turnaround input. No, I don't find it strange because it's not like I do this amount of analysis to improve. I improved the same way Mango did. And Mango is capable of this level of analysis. He's really smart about the game, honestly. He just doesn't really show it. I remember back in the day, everyone used to think Mango was like before there were like interviews and you didn't like meet people and stuff, like random viewers watching just thought like I remember I was a player back then, obviously, and like I would watch Mango and be like, I have no clue how Mango thinks about the game. I wonder if he really just seemed like he probably didn't think about it that much. And then from the very first time you heard Mango talk about the game, there was this interview. I forget which one, who did the interview, but there was an interview where he talked about Melee, and it was like immediately obvious how smart he was about the game. Do I think Mango has a mindless pressure-based style? Kind of. It's weird. I think he's very smart about the game and capable of thinking about every option, but I wouldn't say what he's doing is mindless, but I think what he does is stupid a lot of the times. But I think executing fast, like the first thought that comes to mind, just executing that is way easier in tournament than like thinking too much about what they're going to do. So I think even though a lot of what he does is unsafe or honestly bad, it works out because executing that stuff is way easier in tournament. But ultimately, Mango's really smart about the game, and I don't know why he does the things he does, because he's definitely better than doing some of the bad things he does. A lot of his decisions are sort of mindless, but he's not a mindless player. I don't really know why he does those things, because if you've heard him talk about it, he's like, yeah, I don't know why I approached there. I'm just being dumb. And he knows it. Like, I remember I was playing him in some friendlies at Genesis before top 8. I was warming him up, and like we were playing Falco Fox, my Falco. And there was just this one thing he did that was just really dumb, and I just killed him for it at like 20 with a down air. And I was just like, what? Why would you do that? That was so dumb. And he turned to me, he was like, you think I didn't know that was dumb? And he just laughed. Like, he knew how dumb it was, but he just like went for it anyway. And I don't think that's a necessary part of his style. His style is still really cool and aggressive and fast without like making occasional really stupid decisions, right? Like, making occasional dumb decisions is not a requirement for his style to be the style that it is. So that's my take on it. Anyway, I'm going to go back to talking about this match. I forgot what was happening. Oh yeah, this tech chase thing where I meant to turn around. Okay, continuing. Let's see. So I actually do get the zoning clear into the dash away short hop bear. That was pretty good. It's hard to get. I actually went further than ever this time because he's always been running forward. He tries to shield it in time, but he doesn't get a shield up. Oh no, I messed up my movement. See, this was so sick. So look at this. So I'm going to watch this in slow-mo. Check this out. So after this bear, I can go for the grab immediately, but it actually sent him airborne. And then he held down, presumably, and got the ASTI down. So going for the grab immediately is a risk in case they ASTI down, but I could have done it. And then instead of going for the grab, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to dash forward. I dash back, dash forward, or whatever. Or I don't know if I dash back. So instead he shields. So the grab still would have worked. But I'm still like, no, I'm going to run through you. And I wave dash. And then if he full hops and comes down. And then I dashed a little too far to get the dash dance grab. So what I should have done is probably wave dashed one more time. Or done the crouch turnaround. Or just not dashed as far, either way. But I mess up my movement and don't get the grab. I tried to fix it by going for... Yeah, I know, but when I used Rovid, I had like a lot of random issues with it. I forget why. I could try it again one day. But yeah, anyway, so I actually really like that bait, and the best part of it is that if he double jumped instead out of his full hop, I could have just double jumped and bared him out of it or gotten under him again. So this is an amazing sequence, but then I mess it up, and then I get shined at the edge. Yeah, so this is why I quit Sheik right here, because... tournament sucks, and I mess up the tiniest things, and it loses me everything. Like, that should have been a free grab for me, and then a 0 to death tech chase. Like, with that level of outplay. Like, I put so much effort, and I did so many levels of decision making, and at the end of the day, I just got fucking boned. And that's why I got mad at Sheik, honestly. Whatever. Anyway, so I ledge dash on, and then I read his dash back out of the ledge dash, and go for the tech chase. Should have tech chased him with that dash attack, but I was too scared to. Realized I was slow. Well, crouch. Yeah, I could have crouched at the end and then done the dash. Yes, that would have worked. The first wave dash was good. But, yeah, I should have tech chased there. So I run off and then I do the weakest bear. But I get it super delayed and dash away. It wasn't that weak a bear. It wasn't the weakest possible, obviously. It did not throw me off, and I don't think I'm similar to M2K, but I think the comparison is pretty funny. I see why people made it. Yeah, definitely some true friendship and hard work. Okay, so this is pretty good. I get the weak bear dash away, right? And then I set up with a short hop, and I could bear his full hop, and then he double jumps. So I could have waited and then double jump bared him out of it, or I could have done what I did, and then I just stayed under him. So then I tried to stay under him and read him staying on the platform and just up airing him. But instead, he goes for a really risky back air. So in my eyes, what I had set up is that I weak bared here, so I have plenty of time to dash away and come back and grab, which is why I didn't think he would do it, but he did do it. I can't say if Sfat thought ahead to be like, oh, well, now he's going to land and go for the up air, but so I'm going to read him by doing this. I really think the risk reward on this was pretty bad for him, because like he gets a bear shine and then I down smash him. Could have bear up tilted maybe. I could have double jumped out. Not sure. He might have thought ahead for that. I can't really say what he was thinking, but I can say what I was thinking, which is just by setting this bear up, I get the dash away versus the up air option. Down smash him out of that. That was great. So what I do here is I get the full bear zoning, wave dash away, and then I do all this movement, which is essentially threatening his shield is the TLDR on this movement, and then I wave dash in place here to set up in case he had moved forward, but instead he moves to the platform, which lets me dash forward and short hop. If he comes here, I hit him, and he full hops instead, so I react with up air, and then I just go for the biggest combo ever instead of just ferrying him off stage. Yeah, that was never going to work. I could have read the double jump, though. And I mess up that fair. The fastball timing was terrible on that fair, though. I don't know if I tried to read a jump. The set was too long, though, for me to know. So, again, I do this run up and crouching because I'm at such low percent. I, can crouch to dodge aerials and also crouch cancel them because, rising back air will whiff. And then I wave dash, turn around short hop, presumably zone with bear. I get the range set up perfectly. With bear, run up, do this dash dance, and then wave dash backwards so I can down tilt his nair, but I misspace it and get down tilted. Do melee players play better without sleeves? Probably. Man, this is such a sequence. Again, see, I barely misspaced that wave dash. Literally, okay, look at this whole sequence. Again, more evidence why I personally got frustrated. So perfectly dodge that, crouch so he can't hit me, run up, crouch so he can't hit me, wave dash, turn around, get this perfect bear zoning, do a little dash dance, which threatens a dash attack. He shields it, dash dance, and then I wave dash back perfectly to bait that nair. And look at this range. I should have wave dashed to here. The down tilt would have whiff punished. So instead of wave dashing to here, I wave dash to here, and now my down tilt whiffs, and he gets to whiff punish. People could be like, oh, he undershot the nair so that I got tricks, but really, if I had wave dashed to where I meant to and he nared further forward, I would have just ASDI'd down and punished on my down tilt. So me, I didn't have to account for the further nair because I already accounted for it just by the possibility of holding down, really. So I really think I just didn't set up the range correctly. If you lose to Shroomed with Fox, you had a bad sense of risk-reward, or he outplayed you enormously. I don't know what you mean, really. I think my style is natural and human-like, but I can see why you might call it robotic. But yeah, Shroomed, there's two possibilities if you lose to him. One, you don't have a good enough understanding of the risk-reward in Fox Sheik. And the other possibility, like I said, is just that he's just enormously outplaying you. The risk-reward thing is important because the way Shroom plays isn't... I don't know how to say it. It's like he takes risks which have a solid chance to work. It's just that if it goes badly, it's way more likely that Fox can destroy you off of it than Sheik can if it goes well for him. The only way she can balance out risk reward is generally through her ridiculous punish game, which Shroom generally doesn't have. So he doesn't have the risk reward backing up his gameplay, which means all his decisions are a lot less scary, which requires him to outplay you immensely, or it requires you to take the wrong risks as Fox. Shroom is definitely an amazing player, but that's different than... Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, is the Drug Sheik dream dead? Unless my hands break, yes. Why do Foxes Nair instead of Dare? Because they're bad. So why would you call rock, paper, scissors styling a style that's heavy on rock, paper, scissors mix-ups robotic? I'm curious. I do agree that Mewtwo goes for a lot of high-risk, high-reward mix-ups, which is what you're describing as RPS, as opposed to Mango, who does sort of the opposite, who goes for a lot of low-reward, low-risk, like small exchanges. Can we get a Dat Boy FFC emote? Talk to Sleepy, probably. I don't think he's oversimplifying things. I mean, what he's saying is an accurate thing, but I'm not sure why that's associated with being robotic necessarily. So anyway, let's continue this. So he gets the snare, and then now I'm getting grabbed for it. Hey, what's up? Me versus PewPewU is Garbaggio. I talked about that set once. God, fuck that set. I think I sort of, when I watched that set, I showed why, in my opinion, I lost because I fell apart, but I also think I highlighted very effectively what makes PewPewU a good player, in tournament especially. I did analyze that set, so you can... Yeah, that Dreamland game was horseshit. I just fucking... Also, even on FD, I was destroying him, and then I SD'd with the laser and fell apart. The thing he did... I talked about all the things he did that really capitalized on my mistakes, though, which is important. Overwhelmed with the sheer volume of information? That's totally understandable. This game is absurd, has so much stuff. I'd say just try to focus on things that you think are more valuable. You don't have to learn every single thing. And also, if you do get a lot of information, maybe just write it down, and you don't have to memorize it all. Just come back to it later. The strat is sort of just taking the information, and then once you see something happen in a game you're playing, and you're like, oh yeah, that's that one thing I read about or he talked about or whatever. And when you see stuff like that, it'll sort of remind you. But I don't think you should memorize it all and then remember it all going into the game. Yeah, it pissed me off playing it. And that was the problem, the fact that I was pissed off. I don't think Mewtwo chooses the most optimal option in every micro situation, though. I do think he plays a very heavy RPS style, and I think those are extremely different. So I think you're confusing those two things, and you should look at that again. But yeah, anyway, so I get grabbed for this. That sucks. So he up airs me, which only covered the Tekken place. RPS, I mean, you go for decisions that pretty much either they'll work directly or you'll get punished for it if it doesn't work. That's the TLDR. It's like, I'm going to dash attack his Marth here to call out this one option. And if he doesn't do that one option, then I will probably get hit. Leffen style in terms of risk reward? I mean, he has a good understanding of it. Leffen's really good. Really hard mid-tier to learn? No, I think DK is pretty easy. What? It felt natural. That's incredible. Yeah, Yoshi's way harder than DK. Mango style is way more safe than Mewtwo King's. Mewtwo King has a very unsafe style. He takes ridiculous risks. My biggest complaint with Mango style is, again, that he does unsafe or extremely stupid things in between all the good stuff. And he knows it. He's too fast to lock down with lasers? No, he's not. Once you have one laser down, he can't punish you for lasering pretty much ever. The struggle is just getting the first laser, but if you have sufficient space, you can get the laser. Are Ice Climbers viable? Probably not in my opinion, but I'm not really sure. Mango is very... No, he's not all or nothing at all. That's just a misconception. Mewtwo King is the real gambler. Mango is the guy who gambles hard. Mewtwo King is, sorry. Mango is sort of the opposite. He makes lots of small gambles. He doesn't really do all or nothing things at all. He does like the one all or nothing thing every now and then. Mewtwo King is way more of a big gambler. Yeah, exactly. Mewtwo King does stuff that's super risky, but if he wins, he gets the stock. How did it hurt you smash daring against a fox, and what situation? But yeah, Juan, someone was telling me about that, or Juan was. Yeah, the struggle to get good is definitely real. Well, no, he just misjudged the situation. That's not really all or nothing. That's just messing up. Yes, Mango might do things that seem risky, but like if he just didn't mess up, he could have gotten it, right? But that's not really a gamble. That's just like messing up execution, or you misjudge a situation. A fox snare up air depends on the situation. Yeah, that's very different than like Mewtwo King, where risks come from, like, risks reward should be thought of in terms of your decisions, not in terms of your execution. Okay, anyway, I'm going to continue this. I go for the risky dare, honestly. I use the fact that it's hard to see me going for the dare, but I time it well, and he essentially gets on the platform to read me double jumping or get under me. Yeah, people don't recognize that. The thing is, I'm not usually interested in writing articles and things that are really obvious to me or that I don't like thinking about, but it would be useful for people. Yes, sorry, we should continue with this set. How does he hit me here? So I get this kill because he takes a big gamble. I dash. See, this is pretty good. So I try to ledge dash through him, but then I make sure to ASDI down in case he does back air me. Oh, this is cool. So I mess up my Shino stall, whatever. But then I short hop here and protect myself with the needles and then shield, and I could shield drop punish something. Try to read him retreating, but he instead moves forward, and then he just gets a running shine on my shield. I think I tried to shield grab him running through me, probably. So this is my last stock of the tournament if I lose. Oh boy. Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm so mad watching this. So the first one, I don't think I should have punished. So what I do is I run up and wave dash back. This would account for an immediate approach, but he doesn't approach. He shoots like a drill in place, catching me running forward. So I do not think that was a punish. That was a situation where, like, I chose one option that countered one thing, he chose an option that countered another thing, and these options did not interact with each other, except that I got some frame advantage out of it. I could do that, but I don't want to do it on stream because I strongly believe that individual situations are the easiest way to improve at the game and also the thing that people talk about the least. So I do also think about all the other things, but I don't believe that's like the best thing for people to improve, and that's not what I want to bring to them. I want people to improve on their individual situations. You can play whatever style you want, you can think about the game the way you want, but at the end of the day, there are certain things you need to understand about the game. It's like the thing I said about Mango's style. He can play however the fuck he wants, but you shouldn't just do something stupid, or you shouldn't just wave shine nair when they can crouch cancel it. Like, that's just wrong, and I think that's important. So anyway, the one advantage I have by this, though, so our options don't interact directly, but I have frame advantage now because while he's whiffing this dare, I'm totally actionable. So I gained a slight advantage by doing this. And then I mess up my wave dash. And by messing up this wave dash, I'm not exactly at the spot I thought I was. So which causes me to misjudge the spacing on this, and I whiff my grab on his drill. So if I hit the correct wave dash, I would have been able to punish the drill directly, probably with a dash forward JC grab. But by messing up my wave dash in the moment, I'm confused, so I misjudged the spacing. Reaction tech chase on platforms. I posted about it on Twitter. Check my tweets, or you can just message me and I'll send it to you. I haven't fully tested everything, but I've tested some of it. I will talk about this in a second. Just ask me after. I want to finish this. So then I messed this up. He does a full up drill on shield though, which is kind of risky because you don't know if you'll get the last hit or not. Because it's -6 if you do, -7 if you don't. Anyway, so I get a shield grab, lucky me. Tech chase, tech chase, tech chase. I did not mean to run off onto Randall. I meant to run off needle turnaround, and then I usually fall to here and double jump bear him out of his shine, but I got the same effect actually. Randall didn't really change that situation at all. I would have punished it the same way. Randall fucked me up, but then he made it worked out for me. So roll from the edge. That's not terrible. Most people won't punish Sheik's roll from the edge if they position to back air. Roll around a bunch, pretty safe. Again, I protect myself with needles here. I like this. So I run here, and I needle in case he had fallen down here. He just double jump to the platform, which is reasonable. I wave dash back, and then I short hop. He runs under me. I get a bear, dash away, be safe. Again, I do not have to dash away. I can commit with a grab, which works on the majority of people, but it is risky and probably not the right thing to do as Sheik on average. I probably should mix it up to some extent. But then I read him running up and grab him. So this is just Footsies. He's been running up it the same way, or like I had a sense that he was gonna run forward. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab you. Tech chase, forward throw, grab the edge. I back air to cover one option. I should have been able to up air, messed it up. So this back air covers the straight and a bad angle to the edge. And then I should have up aired right now. I did the up air a frame late. Didn't get this. Nair on the way down. He probably could have punished, honestly, but he wasn't very ready to. This was sort of bad that I did that, but I thought I would be safe. Go for down tilt. He shields it. He could have punished, but it was a difficult punish. But he could have wave dash shined me for doing that. I really shouldn't do that, but I thought it would work, I guess. Like I thought it would combo, or he would try to dash or jump or something. Anyway, so I just wave dash back, and then I just wave dash back again. F tilt, dash attack. I really don't like this F tilt. I should grab here. I tech chase though, and then I get paranoid. I don't know why. Normally I would just stand there. I guess it's just tournament nerves. Normally I would just stand here and react to everything perfectly, but I dash back. Then I get a nice delayed bear. He gets hit though. I just meant to delay bear his shield. I wasn't like trying to mind game or something and like read his movement. These needles were pretty bad. Charging them was good, I think, but throwing them was bad. And then I didn't walk forward far enough. DI behind him on the drill so that when he shines me, I go to edge here. That's good. Oh no, I did not mean. So what I tried to do here is wave dash back and then throw out an F tilt immediately. But I wave dashed too far, so I wave dashed off and fared. But I just up B immediately because I do know if he shines that I can just what's it called? Up B and barely get on. Up air, back air, that's a good punish. Really Fox should wave shine though. Fox just got up and then wave shined me across. I would have lost the match probably. But he doesn't wave shine, luckily for me. This is a pretty safe spot to wave dash forward to Sheik. Right here. So I realize he's going to, what's it called? Run at me. So I try to wave dash as he gets, like, overshoots, essentially. That was a really sick full hop nair by him. So I'm zoning, and I try to get the short hop so I can fair or nair or, like, jump over his approach or with punish and aerial. I don't know if he meant to full hop, but that was sick. I like full hop nairing with Fox because the hitbox drag as you go up will catch them if they're low and also if they're high. Really sick full hop nair. He could have won the match right here for sure, but this is a mix-up situation for sure. If I throw a move out, if I jump, if I fast fall. I ledge dash roll, down smash behind his shield. I guess it shield poked or he tried to do something. I'm not sure. That was a really bad, what's it called? Edgeguard. I probably meant to short hop charge needle and throw it. I'm not sure actually. Maybe I meant to full hop. This was too long ago. And then I just run off bear his ledge dash up smash. That was also not good. So at this point in the set, I'm just like not doing great things. But it gets me, yeah, it works out. Yeah, got sort of lucky at the end, honestly. It was a choke ending for sure. Did some bad decisions, but it like, Yeah, I can